James Gibbs, a.k.a. Kool-Aid, he drove from South Carolina to New York, you know what I'm saying, to sit down and cooperate against Dower Tyler, Jesus Valentine, Peter Shue, and everybody else. Here it is from the time you got arrested in Vegas at the Tyson fight. The bottom line, you became a government witness then against Peter Shue, Jesus, Little D, you know what I'm saying, period, everybody else.
Yo, you know what time it is? I'm with my homie, man. I ain't see this nigga since 1700. I want y'all to give a loud applause to yourself for my man Cool. It always used to be me, cool and nice. Here he is right here.
What up, people? What up?
Take over the phone now.
How y'all doing today? Yeah, I came to see my boy Peter Shue. 30-something years in the making. You understand? When we used to do that shit at Bentley's, Omni Hotel, Roosevelt Hotel.
Your house.
Hey, everybody's house. You understand? We used to do that shit. But I came up here to see my good friend from back in the days who know a little bit about Nice and Cool from Brooklyn. You understand? This guy's a Bronx dude, but we all was all over the damn place back in the days, you understand? From the 80s to the 90s, doing what we do. But anyhow, we up here, you understand, because we got a clown running around on YouTube called Glaze Gibbs. Some of y'all probably know that clown. But anyhow, he's trying to, downplay people credibility out here in these streets, you understand? Undermine good brothers, you understand? Like myself, Nice, Demencio, Kendu, Gerald Prince Miller, and a whole bunch of other cats, you understand? And my man Peter Shue. And Bimmy out here talking all this bullshit, you understand? And he's one of the biggest rat that ever came out of New York. So anyhow, I want to ask Pete a couple of questions and see, y'all know him as being a real brother, so see what he got to say. Hey Pete, first of all, we're gonna start this off. Do you know that clown they call Glaze Gibbs?
Nah, when me and Cool and them was hanging out, he wasn't around. All right, we know that's Cool's brother, but I heard about him. But it wasn't. He was never around us. We wouldn't even let no type of guy like that around us. So that's how it was. But I never even. I heard the name, but he never got to hang out with us.
Hey, I want to ask you something, man. You done been in those behind that wall for 21 years, and a bunch of people who've been in the States and a bunch of people who've been in the street. Have you ever heard my name in anybody's paperwork?
No. There's no way that Cool ever became a part of the government. There's no way that Nice ever became the part of the government. Anybody from our team, our family, we didn't become part of the government. If anything, other motherfuckers told on us because they was jealous of us.
I'm gonna ask you something that you should know a little bit about. You know a brother from Brooklyn named Demencio, God bless his soul?
Yeah, that was my man. I miss that nigga. Demencio's a good dude, real dude. Anybody say anything bad about him is a clown. Because Demencio was a good dude, man. I love that dude. And there's nothing you can say bad about him. He was an honorable man. He was a friend of mine. And we all miss him. He's a friend of Cool's, Nice. And really the whole Brooklyn, all the real niggas loved him. So, shout out to Scooter and them too, because they if they see this, they know we got love for them too. So that's just it. But there's nothing you can say bad about Demencio, just like there's nothing you can say bad about Cool or D Nice.
Yeah, he tells this story about Demencio, like Demencio would have been no match for him if they ever met in the street. But what he failed to tell the people is back in 87, summer 87, he was in one of those parks in Queens where they had a big basketball game. Preem and them had put up $100,000, winner take all, and he talks about it was a shooting in the park, and the Preem team jumped on top of Preem protecting him, and he happened to see Demencio, and he was going to approach Demencio, and Demencio pulled out on them and started squeezing at him. But he won't tell that. He always try to undermine good brothers, you know, and that's just the kind of track record this clown got, you know. And you got anything to say on that? He want to say you did. Yo, and even the clown once say my man Peter Shue was involved with damn snitching, and he say that based on they had brought Peter Shue down to try to testify against Nice, but in return Peter Shue flipped the game on their ass. Peter Shue took the stand and testified in Nice's behalf. But he'll never tell the street no shit like that. But we're going to let Pete tell what happened during that time they brought him down on Nice trial.
Well, only a clown would say something like that, because everybody know, you know, me, and everybody knows me through the system in the street. And they try to bring me down and put me on Nice's case or get me to cooperate. And they knew that was a no-no. I already been down 8-9 years. And I end up telling on the snitches that they was lying and saying, you know, the midget Bob, he was lying. He was talking about I sold drugs to them since 1980. I flipped the whole thing, and I was facing 5 years perjury. I didn't give a fuck because I'm trying to save my man, you know. So that's how it was. And when D Nice found out that I was in his corner, he looked up and started smiling, you know. And when I left the courtroom and I passed his mom's, and his mom's would tell you, I'd be like, she said, you the only guy, best friend he had. I said, you got that right, moms. But the whole thing is, everybody knows what time it is with me, Kool-Aid, Nice. Only the real dudes know. Anything he's putting out there is some clown shit, and it ain't even, it has no merits. You know, a man dug himself in the hole, so why take everybody else down? Why try to lie on people? He said some shit about Kool-Aid was coming to testify against me in 2000 and something. Now, everybody that know me and Cool, they should know that never transpired, because I was gone. I was already sentenced and out the way. So that just tells you the man's creating. Cool
left the street in 1992.
Yeah, Cool left us in 92. But even so, if Cool was coming down and telling us in 2000, after 2000, I was already in jail, and I was already got my sentence. So that's another lie. So, you know, and the thing about him being in Vegas, and the PO picked him up. I mean, they arrested him. He was violated. They had nothing to do with no cases or nothing like that. You know, so I don't know why he's doing this. You know, I mean, Cool gives him a pass all the time because that was his brother. But, you know, sometimes you just got to draw the line. You know, it's like, yo, how much of the bullshit you could take? And, you know, so I volunteered to give them the truth about what's going on, because, you know, those are my homies, man. Cool was my homie. Nice is my homie. Everybody know that. It was me, Nice, Cool, Big D. You know, always was close. So Jesus can do. You know, always was good. You know, we always have fun together. So, Demencios, you know, all the real dudes, Scooter, you're not going to kick dirt on none of these people, man. And, you know, Prince, Jughead, any of them dudes is all my people. So, I don't know where they're getting this. He's putting this together. I don't know if he's trying to make some money, sell a corny book, sell something that ain't real. I don't know, because I really don't know him. But keep our names out of it, man. You got a thing with your brother because you was always jealous of him. Your brother is somebody that you would never be. So that's it.
I want y'all to understand, yes, I, Bryant Glaze Gibbs, is definitely jealous of my mother's son. I am jealous of him. I am jealous of him. Why wouldn't I be? I am jealous of him. I am jealous of my mother's son. That is 11 months apart from me. I'm jealous of him. You right, I'm jealous of him. You kidding me? I am big time jealous of him. Man, that's a smart dude.
So don't try to say that you with this guy and that guy, because you wasn't.
Oh.
Nice and cool, never needed no bodyguards. They put their own work in. The niggas could listen. There was a story back in the day where somebody sold something bad to them, and I was there. See, I don't know if they remember this story, but what happened, right? Nice and cool put the vest on, and when they got their paper back with no help. They didn't even want me to send my people with them. And I said, yo, let me send some soldiers with you. And they said, like, nah, we got it. But I still had somebody go follow them and make sure they was all right. But they handled their business. So where do Nice and Cool need help from? Where do Cool ain't never, since I've known him, he ain't never need no help from nobody. We beef, we go take care of the beef. If we cool with everybody, we cool with everybody. But we don't look for no trouble, but we damn sure don't got no problem taking care of it. So whoever, I don't know why he's doing this. This is brother. Why would you want to downgrade your brother and anybody else that was a real dude? I don't understand that. All right, you told. It's everybody knows. It's all out there. You sorry if you have regrets for what you did. Own up to that and then move on. You talk about you with the Lord now. I seen the interviews. But why are you mentioning names and you mention my name and you don't even know me? You know what I'm saying? You never see me in your life because I wouldn't want nobody around me like that. But Cool put up with you because you his brother. But damn, why would you dog your brother out? I don't understand that part either. Which part of the game is that? So that's where I stand on it. And like I said, I didn't know him. I'm an outsider looking in. But you saying good men's names. You damn sure kick dirt on Dementia, and that's a no-no. You kick dirt on me, that's a no-no. You kick dirt on Nice and Cool. Jesus can do all these dudes, man. Why? Because you got caught out there and you couldn't hold water. The strength wasn't in you to just like yo, I was weak at the time. Oh, that could happen to anybody, but it just didn't happen to us. Cause we ain't built like that. We not built to cross over. So you saying I went down and told on Nice? I mean, he just told me this shit down.
Yeah,
if you think I could bring the paperwork out on that, I could give Cool the paperwork. Nice got the paperwork. Nice got the paperwork. The lawyers could come and tell you what happened. I went to try to help Nice, because that's how we get down.
We know your credibility.
So I mean, you really
only a clown with to try to just stir that shit up.
You really doing bad, kid. I don't know what's up with you. I don't know you, but the thing is, you're trying to kick dirt on your brother, and man, your brother never kicked dirt on you. Your brother never did nothing to you bad, because you messed up, and your brother got tired of you messing up, got tired of taking care of you, paying your bills. Come on, man. That's on you. So you jealous, you taking care of your kids, you jealous of him over that shit? I mean, what can you do? You're supposed to salute him that he stood up for you. That's what you're supposed to do. But to kick dirt on Cool, and Cool ain't got no paperwork saying he told on anybody. There's nothing to say he told on anybody. Because he didn't do an asshole full of time, that's God's will. That ain't, he got out the game right on time. You know what I'm saying? If he would have waited and got later on, he would have been hung up, fucked up like us. But he was smart enough to break out. But, the year I was going to quit, the motherfuckers got me. So, it's a roll of the dice. It's a roll of the dice. But damn, I wasn't going to let them bring me down and mess my man's case up. I already had 21 years. I didn't give a fuck. And even the judge was mad because they brought me down. What the hell you brought this nigga down for? He's not going to testify against Nice. So, the judge knew that shit. And they looked as stupid. So, that's how it was. So, if anybody don't believe that I went down to help him, call me and I'll get the paperwork right to you. Here's it, Cool.
Hey y'all, for y'all who don't know the story, man, go to James Kool-Aid Gibbs on YouTube. I got a channel, and we got some good stuff up, good stories up about the kind of deal this dude Brian Glaze Gibbs made. I mean, he's a hell of a storyteller, but 30% facts, 70% fiction. And if you're really interested in a good book to read that would change any kid who out there who think he know the game and know what he's doing, tell him to read this book right here. This is a real book. The Life of a Party, the Peter Shue story. I know the story. I've been around the story.
Part of the story.
I'm part of the story. So if you haven't, please go to Amazon and order this book. God bless y'all. One love. Peace.